Hello and welcome back, and I'm the chonky nerd behind the wheel, and from these clips you can see the next race in the series was a battle to say the least. And today you can see we're at Imola for the GR Cup. We qualified this time in 3rd place in what seems like a really strong field. As we join the race you can see the pack isn't very neat, and I can already see some spaces opening up. Pace car's about to leave the track and let us go down Variante Bassa for the first time. P1 has dropped the hammer and we're off at Imola. And Jesse's already lost the lead despite gunning it when the pace car came in. We were all at full tilt and about to cross the line to officially start this race. And now here we go. I have some nice breathing room from Gregory in P4, so I'm going to concentrate on getting into a good line for turn 2 and 3. The tyres are still cold at the moment to make any sort of moves. I'm nice and tight behind Jesse and I'm hoping not to hit any of these race curbs into turn 2 and 3. I'll have me on 2 wheels in no time and off the track. Jesse's had a bad exit, but I'm trying to get up alongside in an unexpected early attempt at P2. He has recovered well and has covered me off. I'm still very tight behind him. I'm feeling like he might make another mistake in a similar looking turn 5 and 6. I'm so close to him, but I need to hit this braking point just right and also make sure I don't hit the back of his car. He's run wide and he's on the gravel, but somehow has managed to keep his momentum to cover the inside of turn 7. And I've took my eyes off the track and touched the grass on the outside a little bit, and that's going to make me run wide a little bit on the exit. But I am still tucked in behind him as we go up the hill. This is not the best section for an overtake, especially when the tyres are still pretty cold. I'm being relentless though, I want him to look backwards more than forwards. As we approach the top of the hill for the first time, I'm just going to stay tucked in because this is not the spot for an overtake. But I've lost downforce and over-rotated the car and it's off the track skidding sideways. I'm lucky not to come back into the path of anyone. What an absolute nightmare, I was so dialed in as well. I'm losing positions all over the place and I'm down to P9 on lap 1. What a disaster after such a strong start. It looks like I wasn't the only one spinning out of control because a little bit further in front of me, Gear Hardest drops the car at the bottom of the hill and I can do nothing to avoid him and smacks the front of his car. But both drivers managed to continue in the race. On to lap 2 and I've made up a few places since my spin, but you can see I'm under some serious pressure from Sam and David. I'm going to back out of the move and Sam cuts right across the front of me, but he catches some air off the curbs and goes into the gravel much like Jesse did on the previous lap. But not a second to breathe as David's taking the chance to get past both of us and steal the inside line up to turn 7, and he gets the move done. But he hasn't had the best of exits, so I threw a move on him and try and take the inside line before we get to the top of the hill. We are literally wheel to wheel and side by side as we go over the top of the hill. Now over the top of the hill, this is going to be a test of nerves on who brakes first going into this turn. But I'm late on the brakes this time and I've run wide on the same corner I spun out on the previous lap, but this time I've managed to keep the car going. That's 2 times on 2 different laps that corner's cost me. The replay shows how close we all were a few turns back, and looking back at that change you can clearly see from David's car, Sam's way up on 2 wheels, which is why he's lost control. Another shout out though has kept that car straight back on the track. Now deep into lap 3 at the Variante Alta, I'm reeling in Damon trying to make a move back up to 5th place. I've had the better exit and I'm carrying so much speed, he may as well just give me back that position. I'm up alongside and I'm on the inside on the run down to Rivazza. I have to be careful because I've been off twice so far and lost places because of it. But we are in the commanding position here. I have got a slight overlap on Damon, but I've missed the braking point again. What is happening today? I've run slightly off the track, but not as much as Sergio has in the distance over there. Rivazza is covered in gravel, making it harder to get a good run out of the turn, but I've managed to regain 5th place. I've managed to find some grip and keep Damon behind me, but all I can describe it as is the ugliest overtake of this race so far. Let's take a look at what went on with Sergio. Jesse's just not braked in time. He's tried to avoid Sergio, but clipped him on the way past. It does look like he's going to rejoin the race. The game are quite deep into lap 4 and I'm carrying some good pace and linking up the corners, but more importantly catching up to the front 3. Oh, I've lost the back end again, and is that the gravel that's causing that, or am I just jinxed today? And because of that I'm going to lose places again. 1, 2, 3, and back down to 7th place. I need to get a grip, or at least find some grip. Lap 5, I'm back in the hunt for places. We have a good run on Damon approaching Variante Alta. I'm going to go for it. I've taken too much curb, but I've kept the car under control. I will say sorry to Damon, I cut that corner and I have been given an X for being off track, but I'm not giving that place back. Other than the cut I had him dead to rights on that corner. We're back into 6th place. On to lap 7 and we're tucked in tight behind Sam and Sergio, who are battling out for 4th place. Neither of them are giving in. They are very close. Sergio's gone tight and caught the inside curb, which has unsettled his car. Sam's done the same thing on the next set of curves and lost control and gone deep into the gravel. Meanwhile I just sailed through into 4th place again. Now I just need to hold it and maybe make a push for a podium spot. Sergio clips the curbs first and followed by Sam on the next set. You can see from this angle how Sam got off that curb and then how far he went into the gravel. Sergio though did really well to keep the car under control. He didn't even leave the track. Now onto the final lap and I see a bit of action going on in front. Jesse's now slowed down at the bottom of the hill by Artem, who's running towards the back of the pack. He didn't move out of the way very quickly. I've had the best run out of that turn, and because Jesse was held up, I'm streaking up behind him and eyeing up and moving to Variante Alta. I throw a fake attempt at an overtake and then fall back into the racing line, just giving Jesse something to think about. just keeping it nice and tidy through this tricky section of the track. Now into Jesse's draft down the hill, but I'm too far back to make it around him into third. I may have to settle for 4th place, which all things considered isn't a bad result, but I'm not going to give up the chase or let up on the pressure at all. He's still about a car length in front. Do I go for the lunge into Rivazza? No, I spun out here before, I just need to keep calm. Filling his mirrors with the front of my car is all I can do at this stage. The gravel on the track's not making this any easier. It runs a little bit wide and slows down into the last turn. I have a good exit and I'm up alongside him onto the final straight. There's nothing he can do. I'm going to cut across in front of him and streak over the line in 3rd place. What a race! After all the spins and mistakes I made, how did I get back to 3rd place? So on to the results from Imola. I have no idea how, and I definitely don't deserve it, but I finished 3rd in that race, and that's back-to-back podiums for the series. The safety rating doesn't look great, but it's a tiny drop from the actual race. However, it has dropped a lot since the last race of the series. Lastly, the iRating is a surprise, but that's increased to 979, and that's a jump of 51. On to the GR Cup table for this season. I'm happy to say that I've not finished out of the top 5 yet, but as I mentioned, I'm still chasing that maiden win. Up next, we're moving back to the UK when we go to Silverstone, which is one of my favourite tracks. Really looking forward to that one. One last thing before you go, please smash the like button if you enjoyed the race, and consider subscribing to the channel to help it grow and see more content like what's on screen now. Until then, Jonky Nerd out.